Yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready, set.
Mike 5-4.
Protein spill.
Switch.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
X3, 218, chop.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Greystone travel. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Set, ready. 10-2 start.
54. Mike 54. Let's go one more. Tight guard. Undercrunch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
54.
Get it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check nickel. Shift. Tighten up.
Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Rip left. He's coming.
Chopper.
Alert 3. Watch safety creeping.
Big grip.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 18 on the play. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
General West. Hey, seam 6. Hit it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons 13.
Let's go. 8, read.
Check 45 to Mike. Get him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buddy up. 52, right 52. Hey, I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you. Ready, go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 52. No.
Now Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now here's Michael Dixon, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st down and 10. At their own 39-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey!
You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Five. Hurry, hurry.
Get in the way.
Ready, ready?
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man. That's Quinn. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Here we go. 30 base.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
80 weapons. Hard. Hey, exit.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by Bryant. And all the way in for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
better talk to your boys. You better talk to your boys to protect you.
Second down.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 37. Check 37.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You got nothing. You got nothing.
To throw again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 20, 10, touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling. Halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Check 31, check 31. 25, check.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Powers through again. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, got the best of both worlds. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run. And
the 46-yard line.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Elliott running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 3, check 3.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Here's guys. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Switch. Joker, 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 joker. Back, back, back. Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And finding the tight end Hooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 3rd down, Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, He couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
2nd and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He'll drop to throw. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Strip that ball.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Thanks, almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. It's caught. Jones. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. He hasn't been getting much of that in this.
And he's going to be intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard. Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you to... this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Let's go. 51 Mike.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
36. 52. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Damon Harrison in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Not today. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the edge.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
50, play. X3, 218, chop. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Break.
Check 45 to Mike. Ready? Showing it. Showing it.
Greystone, travel.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Here we go.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Shoot.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
You ready?
Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hatch it. Hatch it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fire.
They'll set up a throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. That one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jackson airing it out, looking. It got his man, complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 78 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for two.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Mo? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
And Jackson throwing once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Blue draw Corkers.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Ready, ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Ready, ready.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 51's the mic, 51's the mic.
Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Now Jackson throwing again. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter, going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
51 the mic, boys, 51. Time to go, night.
And the blitz does come. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rexy.
That's correct. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just touches about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 6-6. Pull it high. Big grip.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. DJ Moore, 41 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Hey, check 24. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet 5.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a handoff looking right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Today's final score, Sentinels 40.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this division.